Okay, guys, yeah, welcome back to ENL220 Advanced English Sectors. So I think we're on the last video for the English verb. We be taking now non-finite and emphatic forms. So at the end of this lesson, what we expect to be able to do, we expect you to be able to distinguish between finite and non-finite forms of verbs, explain the uses of the non-finite forms of verbs, and also identify the emphatic forms of verbs. So we are going to be talking in this lesson about finite and non-finite forms, uses of non-finite forms, and also emphatic forms. Now we have already seen in the previous lesson how the English verb changes its form to show tense, aspect, voice, and mode. Um, um, in this lesson, so we shall look at of course, we have also, before I forget, we also have spoken about the modal verbs and, of course, still affected by tense and all of that. So in this lesson, we shall look at the finite and non-finite forms of verb as well as the emphatic forms. So that's what we're going to be doing in this lesson. So let's look at finite and finite forms. Now, finite forms of verbs are the forms that show tense distinction. This means that they exist in the simple present tense form and the past form. So she studies home economics, then she studied chemistry in her first year. So these two, well, I mean, what are different in this particular sentence are basically the format of the verb, which is studies and studied. So which shows the present tense or habitual thing, and then the past tense are what has happened before. So let's look at the subject of the second. And so essentially, again, the difference is that punish, which is present for Mr. Olakunle and Mr. Eduwa, and the past, which is the past tense. So is a case of tense. So the finite forms here can take on tense. So finite and non-finite forms consider. So finite forms are also the forms that take subjects and agree with the subjects in person and number. The non-finite forms, on the other hand, do not show tense distinction. Neither do they take subject or agreement. So let's look at some examples. She's hoping to travel next week. So to travel, actually, to infinitive there, you just have the basic verb from travel going with it. So we're waiting for the next flight. So again, and then the meeting has to be tomorrow. So again, to be is basically about the base form. So the base form goes with the to infinitive to indicate. So you don't have a flexion. You don't have a flexion in this in these two cases that you have. So again, you don't have to be bothered in the when you talk about the waiting. Now you are not bothered about okay the subject. So whether you are waiting, we are waiting, they are waiting, it is still the same thing that you have. So you don't have an inflection to fit the subject. So uses of non-finite form. So we are seeing the infinitive here. Infinitive is usually the base form of the subject of the verb preceded by to. So to dance, to sing, to go, it does not change its form to reflect tense, hence a non-finite form. So it is not finite in that it can perpetually exist. The infinitive can perform other functions too. Now it can be a subject of a sentence. So to err is human. Now this is a to infinitive that is acting as the subject of this sentence. So to err, of course, means meaning to make mistake. So an infinitive can actually serve as a subject, as we can see in this particular situation. It can be a direct object, like you have my sister likes to cook. So to cook is the object of the verb likes. So that I like to clean. So again, the to clean is the object of the right object of to clean. But you actually I can also have it as the transitive, in this case my surroundings. So what is it that you like to clean? But what do you clean? My surroundings, as the case is here. Then you can also have as adjective as you have here. The thing to do is rest. The thing to do is rest. So it is actually qualifying to do. Then on Christmas Day, the place to go. So again, to go is actually qualifying the MP, the nominal phrase the place. Then in this case, it's actually serving as the adverbial of purpose. So you have upon travel to Ghana to watch. Well, why did he have to go to Ghana? Is to watch the football match. So that is also another function that it can perform, as you can see here. Now you have the present participle or gerund. So this form of verb is formed by the addition of ing. I mean, this is also very familiar that with to most of us. So to the base form. So when you change the base form, it is what you call the present continuous most times, and then also can start serve other things, other functions, so that it can function like a noun and therefore is subject in a sentence. So it is called a gerund or of or verbal noun. So e.g. running, dancing, writing. The functions of the present participle include swimming is a good exercise. Now it is being used as a gerund here. So just say running is good for your health. Dancing is my best hobby. So you can find more examples on your own. They also here is something serving as an adjective is the returning students registered last week. So it is returning. Now the ing element here is actually qualifying student, so it is serving as adjective. Then as past participle, he is a wanted man. He is a wanted man. Then the car has been repaired. So in this case again, you are having this participle elements that are being used that is the past participle that is functioning here now as an adjective in this case, and then this one of course it is having as the predicate of the sentence in this case. So we have the emphatic form. So let's look at the emphatic form. So emphatic forms of a verb are used to give emphasis to the idea expressed by the verb. Now, the auxiliaries do, does, and did are seen to do this. Of course, some of you will say, "Oh, this is old English," but is it really? Do we not speak this? Yeah. So if you say "I do," that means the emphatic forms occur in only two tenses, either the present tense or the past tense. So it can, in this case now, I do agree with you. It's actually emphasizing the level that I actually totally and fully agree with you. So it is actually giving emphasis to the verb agree. Now it didn't send the message. Yes, to emphasize that this guy, even though you are doubting whether are you sure this guy sent the message, but this is emphasized that yes, he actually did send the message. Then let's look at emphatic form, the present tense. So first person, I do it, we do, and then the singular and the plural subject, we do it. Second person, you do it, of course. Then both the plural and the singular. Then you have the third person. So in this case, he or she or it does it, and then they do it. Of course, if you are familiar with that person in our the person of our pronouns, then this will be clear to us. Then we have, let's see the emphatic form past tense now. I did it, we did it. You will notice that in this case, now even though you're past, but what is carrying the past tense is what is a we call it the helping do in this case now. Second person, you did it, you did it. Then third person, he or she it did it. So the main verb itself is not changing, but what is changing is actually the emphatic verb. So, but however, you know that when you are using the do, does, and did as question, it is not serving for emphatic purposes. So let's see some examples. Did I tell you to bring him along? Does he go to school every day? Did he eat the food? In these cases, you're actually having information being sought. So don't mind the punctuation mark mistakes there. So what is the difference between finite and non-finite verbs? So that is what we need to practice. You can do that, and then with the appropriate illustration. So we expect to discuss the non-finite forms of verbs and state their function. So you can read more up and then find out this. I mean, it is always fun to find out this. Grammar can be fun. It depends on how you look at it. So do not forget to check up some of these things that we have presented before you as references. You may look them up and then find out more. So don't forget to subscribe, like I have said. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. But you are free to ask your questions in the comment sections, and we'll be glad to respond to them. But if any of them requires us doing other videos, we will do that. Thank you very much. See you. Hopefully, I think we may have one or two things to still discuss, and if possible, I'll do the videos, or if not, then maybe we meet in class. I promise you, there's a video I know it's hanging, but I'll see what I can do to get it ready on the second aspect of punctuation marks. So see you guys later. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate it. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like. It will give the videos traction for other people that do to learn from all that you are learning in this class. See you guys later.